Hello YouTube! So today I'm going to be talking about the inversion method. A lot of people ask, what can you do to get longer hair? And well, there is no real secret. This will help speed up the process. So the inversion method involves rubbing your head and you're focusing on your scalp with your fingers with the use of oils, and you want to do it in an inverted way. So, one of the oils I like to use, this is called the Main Choice. This is from the United States. And I like this blend because it has all the oils already together. So the oils it has are soybean oil, castor seed oil, sweet almond oil, rice bran extract, rosemary, sunflower seed, tea tree leaf oil, glycerin, coconut oil, vitamin D, vitamin C, aloe vera juice, biotin, grapeseed oil, chamomile, sage, and nettle. So it has some herbs. Herbs that I really like for hair growth are nettle, rosemary, and sage. They just stimulate the scalp. So this is great to do for the holidays or when you just want to gain some extra length. So I'm going to explain a little bit more about how the inversion method works. So what inversion is basically inverting your head, and you want your head to be lower than your heart. And what this does is it increases the blood flow to your scalp, delivering the nutrients up, which is going to put stress and therefore promote more hair growth. So it's important to rub your scalp every day, and especially before you wash. And as far as the oiling goes, I don't put oil in my hair every day. I just oil my scalp before I wash it. You can leave it in overnight, you can leave it in for hours. But what's important to do for the inversion method is you want to measure your hair first, because the only way to know if you accurately have growth is to measure your hair. So you want to try and get your hair in its natural state to keep it consistent. So you don't want to have excessive braid waves, and you don't want your hair to be wet, because when you measure your hair when it's wet hair is stretched out, so it's going to be longer. And if you have excessive braid waves, it shrinks your hair, right? So your hair is going to be a little bit shorter. So the inversion method is said to help promote hair growth, and people have seen results of up to 1 inch of hair growth, which that translates to 2.5 centimeters. So I'm going to measure my hair, and we're going to get a good starting point. So I'll measure first, and then I will show you how to do the inversion method. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to find your hair length. So you just want to make sure that your hair is brushed out, and you want it to be in its natural texture. So if you have straight hair, make sure there's no braid waves, as braid waves can make your hair shorter than what it is. And you also want to make sure your hair is not wet, because when it's wet, that can actually make it longer than what it is because it's more stretched out. So once your hair is brushed out, you are going to find the top of your hairline, and that is right there. That's where I like to start the measuring tape. And then you are going to group the ends, like you're going to put it in a ponytail. And if you don't get all the hair, don't worry, it's just the ends that matter. And take your fingernail to the last hair. And then you're going to bring that over. So I got 42 inches for my results, which that is 106.5 centimeters. So this is said to make your hair grow about 1/4 of an inch to a full inch, or roughly 1/2 centimeter to 2.5 centimeters in 1 week. Now also, if your hair is very long and it goes past your fingers where you can reach, it's best to have somebody help you measure. My hair is almost to my fingertips, as you can see, So once it reaches past that, I will have to have someone help me for my videos. But I'm excited to do this experiment, and I'm excited to see my results. So now that we established our length, I'm going to show you how to do the inversion method. And because today I am going to wash my hair, I am going to use my oils. So how long do you want to do the inversion method for? You want to do it anywhere from 4 minutes minimum to 10 minutes maximum. You really don't want to do it any longer than 10 minutes because you could get lightheaded. Your head is going to be flipped over. So it's very important, if you have any medical conditions or if you are pregnant, this is not a good exercise to do for you. And if you feel lightheaded or dizzy at any time, please come up. Now, if you just do a regular scalp massage, you could rub your head for 20 minutes, 30 minutes for long periods of time. So, safety first. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some of the oil, and I'm just going to do a couple drops because a little bit of oil goes a long way. So that's all the oil that I'm going to be using. You can heat up the oil if you wish, but I'm just going to use my palms and warm it up. And then I'm going to flip my head. So you want to put your hair and head under your heart. And just be careful when you do this. Be careful not to step on your hair. Just kind of flow it out this way. And you want to rub your scalp. And you want to focus on all sections. So it's very important to do this, all the sections. So I'm just starting with the top part. And you can use your nails slightly, but you don't want to scratch or damage your scalp. Now, if your scalp is more on the dry side, you can use oils every day. If your scalp is oily like mine, it's best just to use oils on days you're going to wash your hair. And don't forget to get under where your neck is. So usually when I do the inversion method, I will set a timer on my phone, and I like to do 5-minute increments. So sometimes I'll do 5 minutes where I focus on the top part of my scalp, and then later on I'll do another 5, I'll take a break and I'll focus on the bottom part. This is also really good if you have hair loss. You can just focus extra on that one patch or part of your head. I'm going to put a little bit more oil. This is very lightweight and it's absorbing quite quickly. Usually though, just a couple drops goes a long way. And I'm going to be running errands today, so I will leave my hair up. And I'll leave the oil in for a few hours before I wash. That way it can saturate and soak. So you want to rub your scalp like this every day for 1 week. You want to do it inverted. Another way you can do inverted things for hair is if you do yoga, certain poses such as downward dog or the child's pose. Have your head in that inverted position so you will get extra blood flow. So like I said, longer is not always better with this. You don't really want to do it any more than 10 minutes. And it's also important that you just keep this to 1 week. So 1 week of speedy growth. And you can take a break for 3 to 4 weeks, wait again, and then you can repeat this process. So when we measured, my hair was 42 inches or 106.5 centimeters. It's said to make your hair grow up to 1 inch or 2.5 centimeters. So I'm hoping that my hair grows about a ½ inch or 1 centimeter. I will check back with you in a week and we will see my results. Happy growing! All right, so it's been 7 days or a full week of doing the inversion method. And if you remember, I was at 42 inches, which is roughly 106.5 centimeters. So I'm going to check today to see how much my hair has grown from doing this. And it's also important when you are getting out of the inversion method to come up nice and slowly. And you want to stay hydrated, just drink some water. Don't stand up too quickly. And keep hydrated. And I just washed my hair yesterday, so it's in its natural state, meaning it's not wet right now, and I don't have excessive braid waves. It's pretty straight, so that's going to give me an accurate measurement. So you want to be consistent. All right, let's check and see how much my hair has grown since doing this method. And again, when measuring, the best thing to do is stay consistent. You want to measure where you measured last time. I like to measure at the top of my hairline. And you really want to stretch your hair all the way down to the very last tips. You'll put your fingernail there. So it looks like my hair has grown to 42.5 inches. So my hair has grown a half an inch and about 1.5 centimeters roughly. So 42.5 inches now to 108 centimeters. So I'm very pleased with my growth, and I recommend doing the inversion method. Let me know if you have done this and if it worked for you, how much your hair has grown. And if you do this method, you want to take about 3 to 4 weeks off. That way your scalp won't get used to the excess rubbing and the blood circulation to your scalp. However, you can rub your scalp daily, and you just use your fingertips. And if you have a dry scalp, you can use oils daily. If your scalp is more oily like mine, the oil from your fingers should be plenty enough. And you can use oils on days that you wash. And like I said, your head doesn't have to be inverted. You can just rub in small sections, and it's just very relaxing and soothing. Thank you so much for watching. You can like and subscribe if you haven't already. And you can leave a comment below. Let me know if you've tried this on your hair, if it works, how much it's grown for you, or if you have any questions. Also, hit the bell if you'd like to be notified whenever Real Rapunzels post a video, whether it's from me or any of the other amazing models here at Real Rapunzels. Well, I hope you all have a beautiful day and happy growing your long, beautiful hair.